Hey, first grade friends, and welcome back to day 2 of writing your very own fairy tales. As you can see, I've added in some more information about my good characters and evil characters that I'll talk about in a second. But Mrs. Sprunger and I have been receiving some of your submissions and ideas already for your fairy tales, and we're so excited to see your creativity coming out and your wonderful writing ability coming out as you author your very own fairy tales. So remember, some of the good things that we've heard from our characters, good and evil, are I've heard some stories about gnomes and monsters and fairies. I've heard evil characters like a half man, half dragon, and some evil monsters versus the evil fairies and things like that. So it's really great to see your ideas coming through. As you can see, what I did is I added some more information about my good characters and my evil characters in here to get a better idea of who they are, what they're like, what their personality or their traits are as a character. I even gave them some names so we can start to identify them. So I added a bit of information here. My chinstrap penguins' names are Zap, Zip, and Zop. And Zap is the oldest, and he's a bit selfish. Zip's the middle, and she's very fast. And Zop is the youngest, and she's small but wise. And my orca has been given the name Zing, and he's huge, hungry, and a fierce predator. So feel free to go back in, look at your good characters and evil characters from yesterday, and start adding in some more information about those characters. Give them a name, talk about their personality or how they behave, and see if you can come up with some more ideas for your characters. The thing I wanted to talk about today was moving on to the next element of magic. So when we think of the magic in our fairy tales, remember, magic in a fairy tale could be positive, it could be helpful, or it could be negative or harmful. It can come from the characters in your story, like the good character might have a magical element, the evil characters might have a magical element. All of the characters in the story might be magical, like in the Three Little Pigs where the animals are talking and behaving like humans. It could also come from somewhere else. Does it come from a special object? Or is there a place like an enchanted woods where that magic is coming from? So really let your imagination fly, but come up with that element of magic for your story. For my story, the element of magic for the chinstrap penguins and the orca is that all of the animals in the story behave and speak like humans. So when I start to write my story, my chinstrap penguins and the orca are going to do some things that penguins and orcas wouldn't normally be able to do. And they're going to be able to talk like humans as well. So I put in my element of magic. I can't wait to see what you all come up with as we continue to work through our fairy tales. If you jumped ahead yesterday and already added in this element, I hope this gave you some more ideas of things that you could think about. Remember, we're just going through the planning part of getting our story ready before we start our writing. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'll be working on our pattern of 3 tomorrow.